Lacey Page is a hairdresser in Cleveland, Texas, a businesswoman with a big dream.
So I wanted something that I could build, have a lifestyle, have a livelihood, and then leave it to my children.
She's loved this little city for 25 years, and she figured what was good for Lacey's Salon and Spa would be good for the city northeast of Houston too.
I decided to make it into salon suites where stylists can come in and rent individual rooms.
Lacey's new salon was to be a $750,000 investment on Houston Street in the shadow of Cleveland City Hall. But she says her beautician's dream salon was botched from the very start, and her frustration was captured in a secretly recorded meeting with City of Cleveland officials.
Please help me, because I'm telling you, I'm to the point where I'm about to break.
What's wrong with the building?
Oh my God, everything?
In November 2021, Lacey signed her building contract with this guy, Travis Moore, with 4 More Construction.
I had never heard anything bad about him. We were friends, we were family friends.
The building was supposed to be finished by September of last year, but there were delays and excuses. And Lacey says she discovered mistake after mistake.
And then in November, I noticed that he was on vacation and he was here, he was there, and no one was here working on my building.
Lacey stopped trusting Travis Moore, and she went across the street to City Hall and was shocked by what she saw.
There was no permits, there was no engineered plans.
After paying Moore's company more than $300,000, she fired him. But her nightmare, it was just beginning.
The square footage is wrong. The plumbing in the slab is not in the correct area. The bathrooms were not ADA handicap approved because they were too small. The breaker box, the big, huge breaker box, is in a public restroom.
The list goes on and on. Lacey's having to spend a fortune now to fix up the mess.
There is nothing in the building that is up to code per the City of Cleveland.
Hey, Travis. Travis, I'm Wayne Dolcefino. How are you? Lacey's now suing Travis Moore and 4 More Construction for negligence, fraud, and breach of contract. I'd like to talk to you about your work you've done for Lacey Page. Says you ripped her off.
No comment at this time.
If Moore had followed the City of Cleveland building ordinance, this construction should never have started in the first place. But it's the city's job to enforce permitting requirements, do inspections, and shut contractors down for non-compliance. But they didn't do any of that. And it's hard to claim they didn't know what was going on.
It's not like you didn't drive by there every day and see that damn building being erected from start to finish. But y'all have the freaking audacity to send me this. Y'all want to send me a petty ass letter because my grass was over 12 inches tall?
That's right. The city seemed to be more worried about her foot-tall weeds outside. In February, Lacey met with the city's now former building inspector, Adam Artemis, and his boss, current city manager, Scott Swigert.
I'm going to do what I have to do with Travis. But help me fix the wrong that on y'all's end. Because this is so wrong on every level. Wayne.
I agree. I hate that it happened. Extremely sorry that it happened.
And from this conversation, we know that Swigert knew what a mess the city had allowed to happen. But 11 days later, Cleveland City Council picked Travis Moore for a seat on the Zoning Board of Adjustments in town. And that brought an angry Lacey Page back to City Council.
Mr. Travis Moore should not be considered a committeeman for any zoning or permitting for the City of Cleveland, as he himself does not follow the commercial building code in his own construction business.
For weeks, the city manager ignored our phone calls. So, you know us, we paid him a visit.
I've been trying to get a hold of you for a while. Why have you been ignoring us?
I'm about to have a meeting, sorry.
I know, but it hasn't started yet. Can you tell me why you didn't help Lacey Page with her building? You don't want to answer my questions?
We definitely wanted to keep it in Cleveland. We wanted the small town vibe to it.
See this empty lot on the corner of West Dallas and South San Jacinto? The owners of the land blamed Travis Moore for screwing up their construction plans.
It was like a whole dream thing, you know. We were going to do this, we're telling everyone we're doing this, and then it just all went to crap.
Sam and Cheyenne Parker already owned the popular Prime Iron Gym on Bardash, but they were looking to build a bigger place, and they were working with Travis Moore.
He had guaranteed me that nothing would be, like no money would exchange hands until the bank approved everything.
Right before Christmas, here's your invoice, we need it paid now.
Before the loan was approved, Moore stunned them with a bill for nearly $9,000. It drained their bank accounts. They had to borrow the rest of the money from their parents.
I don't want to do business with somebody like that. When I've told you the plan and you go back on it like that and then demand your money and then you think I'm gonna let you build this big, no.
The Cleveland School District is exploding in size, thanks to that 50 square mile development that caters to illegal immigrants. 4 new school campuses in the past 2 years, and it's been a jackpot for Formore Construction and Travis Moore.
We've used them on just about every renovation project. I rely on him to make me look good, so yeah.
According to invoices we obtained from Cleveland ISD, Formore Construction has built more than $2.2 million just in the past year and a half. Everything from painting, paving, to installing building ramps, even plumbing. But it looks like Travis Moore did some of that work without permits. In 2022, Formore Construction completed over $178,000 worth of work at Douglas Learning Academy at 900 Samuel Wiley Drive.
Yes, I just think I see it. You will require a permit for that.
Okay, so installing like drinking fountains, replumbing the water and the drains of the urinals.
Correct. Yes, that will require permit. They will require plumbing permit for that.
We asked to see the permits, but there weren't any for that job, and the school district really didn't seem to care.
And as far as the permitting, it's up to them to pull those things, not the district. So we do not know that.
State law requires competitive bids over $50,000. Moore's invoices often charge just under that avoids bids. Even Karen Billingsley, Chief Financial Officer for Cleveland Schools, was concerned, quoting, "We have got to start planning ahead and getting quotes from some co-op vendors. Formore is overcharging us." The Tarkington School District is also bulging from the effects of illegal immigration, and Travis Moore is taking advantage of it.
You've seen if there's a lot of little small jobs, he'll just do a proposal, like $1,400.
Moore billed Tarkington taxpayers over $643,000 in the past year and a half. A number of the projects should have triggered state bidding laws.
And if it's a couple of the bigger ones, then he and others would do bids, yes.
What about this $174,000 painting job Moore did this past spring at the primary school? Tarkington's Deputy Superintendent of Business and District Operation tells us he apparently forgot to get required bids.
Quite frankly, that one might be something that I missed.
It may not be the only one he missed. Tarkington can't produce bids for any of the jobs Moore got that were over $50,000. And in Cleveland ISD, we learned that Moore and his wife donate to the district. Here's a $3,000 donation to pay for Field Day t-shirts this year. But look at this email. It was a Christmas gift for Cleveland ISD Purchasing Director Ginger Deck. She turns it down, quoting, "Because I work in the public sector, particularly for a public school district, I am restricted from personally accepting such a generous gift." We don't know if there were other gifts to other school district employees or school board members, or how generous Travis and his wife were being.
People are asking questions. Nobody's answering questions. Nobody's giving any resolution to the problem.
We do know our questions weren't welcome at Cleveland City Hall.
You know what I want to talk to you about? Lacey Page's building. I also want to talk to you about why her contractor, who does all of this work without permits, is on a board of leadership in the city. You don't want to answer that either.
One of the council members who voted for Travis Moore for that important city board was this guy, Eddie Lowry, who seemed to have a case of amnesia when we first called.
I don't know anything about Travis Moore, or who he is, or anything about him.
We have Lowry on videotape making the motion to approve Moore in the first place.
Mr. Travis Moore, some of you folks may know him.
Why are you putting him in a position of leadership when he is not doing his best for the city of Cleveland.
No comment. Come on.
Why? Do you stand by what you told me on the telephone, that you don't know him?
No comment.
They have no answer for what they did. They're just avoiding questions.
But Lacey Page deserves answers for what she says is a $600,000 disaster. And she's not the only one complaining.
I don't like the way he did us. I don't like the way he's done several other business owners that I know. So it's worrisome to have him being someone that's in charge.
It's not particularly reassuring that Cleveland's new mayor thought our questions were simply meant to gain us new fans, like what we were investigating was funny.
Lacey Page has a mess of a building.
You're trying to get likes on Facebook. That's what you're
No, not at all. I'm trying to get answers for one of your citizens. You also have ignored my attempts to contact you.
Well, I think they're scared. I think they know they did wrong on every level.